Hi, welcome to How It Plays. I'm your host, Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
And today we're playing Weather
Machine.
Machine.
Yes. So before we take it to the table, let me take you through the primer. In the game of Weather Machine, proclaimed Professor Latif has built a machine capable of controlling the weather, albeit with disastrous side effects. The government has stepped in and asked you to research weather patterns to help create a less chaotic machine. Throughout the game, players will work to meet this goal by gaining research tokens, publishing papers, and eventually discovering breakthroughs in weather science, all while working alongside Professor Latif to glean what they can from his experiments. At first glance, the game board can look pretty daunting, but in actuality, it's very well organized. There are 5 main locations, but for right now, we're just going to focus on 3. Each of the 3 locations offer 2 actions, 1 more basic action and 1 more powerful action. At each location, players can choose 1 available space. The leftmost space allows the player to pay for and conduct both actions, while the other spaces allow the players to choose which action they prefer. Each location's action requires research vouchers of a corresponding type. In everyday research, vouchers are a type of funding or sponsorship, and in this game, anytime you receive vouchers, they're coming from a private company called Lightning Technologies. When vouchers are paid to take actions, you can imagine that is the cost of conducting the research or contribution. The leftmost side represents the government, who again is funding your research and building a new machine. The actions here will allow you to take government subsidies or aid and contribute to the government machine. We will go over the actions in detail during our playthrough. The middle section represents Professor Latif's weather machine, which will attempt to run every round. Here, players, who thematically still work for Latif, can contribute to the weather machine experiments in hopes of earning points and bonuses when it runs. Or they can publish a paper, which will also grant points and pave the way for future breakthroughs. On the right is research and development. This is where the real work is done in weather research, and where players can score major points and bonuses. Here, players can perform research by studying different weather types. They do this by supplying bots, chemicals, and machine parts to earn bonuses. Here, players can also discover a breakthrough. More on that in a moment. Strategically, players are looking to work towards publishing papers and obtaining breakthroughs. Other actions are more than anything a means of gathering resources to achieve these goals and maximize efficiency. On a very basic level, ideally players want breakthroughs. They grant points and award tokens. Once a player has collected 3 awards, they obtain the Nobel Prize, and the end game is triggered. But getting breakthroughs is no easy task. To take the breakthrough action, players need to be able to provide enough machine parts for a prototype, either on their own or with the help of bots. And they also need to have a published paper in the type of weather they are breaking through. To publish a paper, players need to have a combination of 3 research tokens matching or otherwise representing the type of weather on which they're publishing. Research tokens can be obtained in one way at each of the 3 locations, and there are limited amounts of tokens per location. We will go over which actions grant research tokens as we play. These actions require supplies in the form of bots, chemicals, and machine parts, which all must be stored neatly in your ever-expanding workshop. Basic supplies can be obtained from places like the supply location, the bot assembly line, placing gold tiles, government subsidies, extreme weather tiles, funding tracks, income from Professor Latif, and if all else fails, executive exchanges. In short, there's always a way to get what you need, if you're smart. The game ends in one of the following ways. A player takes the Nobel Prize. The last weather machine experiment tile is placed. The government machine is complete or filled with machine parts. All R&D research spaces are filled. Once endgame is triggered, players finish the round and then complete one more round. All right, there's a lot more to learn and a weather machine to fix, so let's take it to the table and we'll show you how it plays.
All right, welcome back.
Yes, welcome to the table.
So you should all have a general idea of how this game plays, but we are absolutely going to have to talk you through a lot of the steps on a lot of the actions as we actually play the game, which we will do as we normally do. Take a look at the table. Here is the weather machine in all of its glory.
Sure is.
As you can see, there's quite a bit going on, but it's really not as intimidating as it looks. The intimidation factor comes into actually deciding what to do on your turn.
Yeah,
because there's so many options. But that's good. So what I'm going to go through real quick are some of the 2-player setup changes.
Yes, and there are only a few.
Very few. So let's start here. So here in the experiment machine, this is the weather machine.
This is, Latif's lab, if you will.
This is his lab. This is his weather machine. All the bots start on the bottom space of each of the lab actions, really. Right. Lab locations, if you will, for the machine. And normally they would start off to the side, but in a 2-player game, they're all going to start here. The assistant, this is a normal setup thing, but he's starting on rain because that's where that top tile is. Right. So that's really all that's going on here. Additionally, you've got research tiles in the lab. In a greater than 3-player game, you're going to have 3 tiles in each stack. For 2 and 3 players, you're only going to have 2, so that's another change. Setup-wise, what else do we have?
Tokens, take up spots, yeah,
so these are breakthrough tokens from a player color that's not being used this game. You're going to block off the 3rd action slot in each of the 3 locations. They will not be available. There are only 2 slots for 2 players.
That's it. And then there's some changes as far as gameplay goes for 2 players, and we'll go over those as they come out during the game.
I think that's fair. So, unlike any other game I've ever played in my entire life, this particular game has a unique beginning. So not only do you, like in a normal game, you would set up the game, and then you'd start playing.
Not in this game.
Not in this game. In this game, you will set up the game, and then you will perform a post-setup supply action or phase.
So we're going to take like a whole sort of action before we even start taking our actions.
Exactly. It's an action before the actions. And it's really just because in normal games you would start with your starting supplies, your starting resources, and everybody would start a little bit differently. In this game, though, we all start with a number of what they call vouchers, which is really your currency in this game.
Yeah, it's your funding, like I explained in the primer.
Yep, in the primer, as you know. And all of our tracks start with a predetermined amount, and they're all the same. But in the post setup supply action, we're actually going to get to spend as many vouchers as you have on doing the supply actions.
Yeah, so we can kind of craft our own starting supply based on what we might need to get this game started.
Precisely. Yes. So why don't you go ahead and
do that?
Start it up
first.
Since you're player 1, you go ahead and do yours first.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so we all start with 4 supply vouchers that we can spend in this phase, and we also start with 2 science vouchers, which are wild. We can use them as we need to or not. So I will start by
and just real quick,
go ahead.
So you may have already learned this as part of the primer, but in this phase we're going to just be taking actions for the supply. It's basically, this is the supply action area.
Exactly.
And you're going to be able to take any one of these actions, which is buy bots, expand your workshop, take player 1 if you want to be the first player, buy chemicals.
Yeah, or get machine tiles, which actually we do start the game with 1 randomly selected machine tile.
Well, these are shop tiles, not machine tiles.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to confuse anybody because the machine part is this gear.
Yeah.
So, but that's the only thing you actually can't get
here
as part of this action. Well, you can indirectly, but...
And we're also going to start with a machine part, too.
Yeah, so we are going to actually draw a random machine part for startup. So just so you understand what we're doing and how we get this. So there are 5 different color machine parts in the game.
Yep.
There's green, there's salmon, white, red, and blue. And we're each going to get a random one. So I'll just hold my hand out. You pick one out. That's your starting one. I will pick one out myself at random, and I get red.
My favorite machine part.
Yes, I hope so. Because you're stuck with it.
Yes. Okay, great.
So go ahead and kick us off.
Okie dokie. So I will start by... it's so tough. I probably want to start by getting another... Maybe grab another machine tile. Yeah, we'll grab another machine tile. And so I'm going to spend, the machine tiles are going to be 1 supply voucher. So I'll spend 1 supply voucher. I can choose from any of these 5 on offer here. I'll take
It's a workshop tile.
Workshop tile. Sorry, I know. I'm the worst. And I'm going to place that here. And the reason I'm doing that is because now I have a space to store a red chemical. So when you place these workshop tiles, they have to be placed orthogonally next to an adjacent tile or your starting row. And if you place them next to each other, the semicircles do have to match so that you do create that that space. So I'll do that. And then it would make sense for me then to maybe grab a chemical. So the way that the chemical purchase works is we have 3 different offers for chemicals. The first row cost 1 supply voucher, and if you were to take the supply action and return a chemical, you're actually going to get 1 supply voucher back for returning that chemical.
Unless all those rows are empty.
Unless they're empty, and then you move to the next one. Now it's going to cost you 2.
So you always have to start left.
It's a supply
to right
and demand
when you're
kind
buying,
of thing.
and then start right to left.
Yeah, you can't just trade them into the most expensive one. So I will take. I'll spend another supply voucher, and I will take a red chemical. Put that there. Now, what do I want to do? I think I need some bots. So I will spend 1. I'll go up 1. I'm going to take this bot. And then when we take our bots off the assembly line, each bot is associated with a reward. So this is actually going to grant me 1 lab voucher, which I've just given myself here. And then your bots can be stored either on your workshop tiles or in this starting bot space on your player board in your workshop. And I probably want another bot. But I think what I might do is I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to spend a science voucher to take this bot, which is going to get me a science voucher. See what I did there? And I'm just going to store that bot there. And then I'm thinking if I want to take another, and I don't know. I would like to take 1 more, but I'm kind of out, and I don't want to spend my science vouchers all the way down. So I'll see what I can do with what I've got here. I guess I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, where does that leave me?
I could get 1 more chemical, actually.
Okay, so you're not done.
No, I'm not done. I'm going to get 1 more chemical. Sorry. I'm going to take a green chemical. Looks promising.
Yeah, okay. All right, so are you done now?
I am done, yes.
Okay, just want to be sure. Okay, so I'm going to start out by just buying a bot. So I'm going to take this guy, and what he does is he gives me 1 government voucher. Put him in my little bot spot. And you have to have a space to hold these things. Otherwise, you can't buy them. I spend another voucher, and I'm going to buy a tile. I will go green, maybe. I don't really like the green, but I'll take it.
Okay.
So that's going to go here. I'm going to spend another one. I'll buy a green chemical. Why not? I do have storage for it. I'll spend another one. Grab another bot. So I will take this bot. He's going to give me a lab voucher. I will place him here. And now I have 2 more science vouchers. So I will spend 1 and take a salmon chemical. And that is it. I'm going to end my supply.
Okay.
So then we start our turns.
Yes, we do.
So you get to go first. What are you going to do? And on your turn, you have to just move your scientist out of the location you're in.
Exactly.
Into any one of the 4 locations.
Yeah, exactly. And into any one of these 3 actually, because you can't move back to. You
you can't stay where you are. You have to move.
In the first round, we can only take the middle space, which is important because the left-hand space allows you to take both actions if you can pay for them.
Right.
But we're not going to do that. So I'm wondering if I should just go all in here. I'm seeing things come together. I'm going to go do something crazy. It's not that crazy.
No, it's probably not. Something really crazy you can do.
There's nothing really crazy that you can do in this game. Well, that's not true. That's not true. Not off the bat.
In the first 2. I'll put it that way.
I'm going to do something unconventional, something I don't normally do.
Let's start by paying the vouchers for the location.
Yes,
let's walk everybody through that.
Yeah. So I'm going to go here. I am going to pay. I will. So I'm going to pay 1 government voucher, and I'll pay 1 science voucher in order to take the second action, which is the government subsidy action.
Right.
So government subsidy is kind of like getting funding from the government. We're going to get some vouchers and some other stuff. Because I'm on the middle space, I can choose one of the 2 actions. So I'm just choosing to do this action here. I also, because I went to this space, I do get a lab voucher because that's what's printed there. That's what we get. And now I can take my action.
Yes, you can.
I am going to, for my government subsidy, flip this token. And with this, the first thing that you're going to do is gain the vouchers printed on the top and the left column and row associated with the token that you flipped. So I'll actually get 2 science vouchers back, and I get to take a lab action for without paying the chemical.
Right.
Which is great. First, because I always forget to do this, I'm going to move up the funding track.
No,
I'm not.
You do not move up the funding track.
Right?
You move up this
but I will move
track.
up this one because I am taking that action.
Because you're taking this action. So you actually treat everything as if you were taking that action. So
right.
Every time you take the left action in a location, you move up your funding track in that location.
And I am going to place my bot right here.
Okay.
And that's it. That's my action.
That's it? That's your action?
It's very the lab actions are very anticlimactic.
They are very anticlimactic. Okay.
So it's your turn.
It is my turn. So I can't go here because I'm not allowed to go in the left spot. So I do have to go either here or here. This action's mediocre. But
it's an investment.
It's an investment, right? For the future. The thing is, you want to be there when the machine runs.
You do.
The question is, though, when is he going to be on the sun?
Yeah.
To run the sun, right? Because the assistant has to. Because right now the only active track is rain.
Right, which is not going to run, but the system will still move.
The system will definitely fire. So I could go here, and I could, in theory. So I would go up one of these.
Yep.
You just have to follow this. I would go. So I pay a science.
Right.
I gain an R&D voucher, and then I moved up one on the funding track, and now I place one of my available bots on any one of these spaces. So I might as well finish this off. That way it's complete, and that's going to cost me 1 salmon chemical, which goes back to the supply.
Right.
And that's the end of my turn. Like, that's literally all I get to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, very anticlimactic.
Very anticlimactic for that location.
All right.
But that's it. So now we do the weather machine.
Yes. So weather machine is going to attempt to run, and it's always going to attempt to run where the assistant is located. So again, this is the rain experiment that we're running. And the first thing that we do is check to see if this branch is filled with bots, because if it's not, it won't run. Branch is not filled with bots.
Nope.
Second thing we're going to do is check the offer, the display here, to see if there's a rain experiment. And if there's not, then the machine also won't run.
Nope.
And in this case, it's also important because if the machine didn't run, but there was a rain experiment, we would actually discard that rain experiment, and it would bring some of these out. Again, this is one of our timers for endgame.
Right.
So that's important that we're getting rid of those. Machine doesn't run. Latif's bot's going to come back to supply. If any of us were there and the machine didn't run, we have the option of taking our bots back because they we're useless.
Yes, because they may not do anything.
And then his assistant is going to move to the next spot.
Yep.
Which is wind.
And so now we know that wind is going to run next
But it's not.
next cycle, but it's not because there's no wind experiment in the offer. So that's why you really have to keep an eye on what's in the display, because that's all those are the only experiments that are available to run.
Right, exactly.
So so you really just follow these charts right here. So section A is our actions, which we did. Section B is running the weather machine, and if both of those requirements aren't met, meaning full of bots and there's an experiment tile out there, then it doesn't fire. So you would follow this, which is pull your bots back if you'd like to. And then if the weather tile was out there, we would actually trash it at that point, and then move the bot. So that's what we've done. So now we go on to end of round, which we would change turn order if that happened to be the case. But there's nothing else to do. So now we go to the next round.
Yeah.
And then you start us up.
Okay.
All right, take it away.
All right. So I'm thinking about, I don't really need to visit supply again, but I don't really want to spend the vouchers to go here because I can't take both of those actions, so it's kind of a waste. So I think I may go over here. That might be my only other option. So I'm going to go here. I have to spend one R&D voucher.
So you're taking the left side.
I'm taking the left side.
Okay, which we
have to.
advance that.
Yes.
You do gain one government voucher.
Yep.
Now, just so you know, the only difference between these two locations is the middle allows you to do that or that. The left allows you to do both.
Correct.
But you have to pay for both, so it's going to cost you a total of 3 vouchers.
Right.
So in this action, you've gotten your moved up on the track, and this tells you exactly. So it's easy to really, and we follow this because there's a lot of steps that have to occur, and it's just really easy to keep track of what all those things are, right?
Yeah.
So you could place a bot on any one of these available locations, and this is research and development, right? So we're actually researching the weather, and these are all the different weather fronts that are happening right now, as a result of him running this machine.
Catastrophe.
Yeah, so things are potentially getting worse.
Right. Okay, and right now what I'm deciding, actually, there's not much of a decision for me. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go right here. So I'm going to place my bot out, and I have to pay the chemical associated with this spot. So that chemical is actually going to go out there and stay there. The bot covered up a machine part.
Yep.
So that's the reward that I get.
A choice of machine color part. So what would you like?
I will take a... I guess take a white one.
All right, and there is your machine part.
Thank you. Okay, you're holding it
so you pay your chemical, you get the reward, and now you get to take research.
The research token.
From that location.
Yes. So, and what that basically represents thematically is, regardless of where we are, we're kind of collecting research as we're doing these different experiments and things like that. So I have to place this research token right now.
At the end of your turn.
At the end. And it is the end of my turn.
It is the end of your turn.
I have to place it right now. And I think what I will do is place it down here.
Right. It has to go in the matching color column.
It definitely does. And I am placing it over the supply. I gain 2 supplies. Not every one of these has a bonus on it. Some
supplies.
Of them, supplies. I'm done. I document. I shelved my research.
So this is think of this as our office. I can think of it as my office wall where I'm kind of placing all of my research, or you could call it like your desk and your files, right? You're filing your research, and then once you have research, if you can fill this up with research for one particular weather type, you have enough information, enough research to write a paper. And that's really what this game is about. It's about publishing papers.
And getting breakthroughs.
And creating breakthroughs and creating new prototypes to fix Professor Letty's weather machine, because his weather machine is just out of control and it's causing all sorts of havoc, right? So that's your turn.
Yep.
I get to go. So now I could actually go here if I wanted to and take an action in that location as well. But I'm not going to. I'm actually going to go over here. Do I have enough? I do have enough to do both actions. And I think I just may.
Okay.
What do I have to pay to go here?
You have to pay governments,
vouchers. Right? So I can, but I
Do you
also
have three
get,
of
yeah,
them?
so I
Or
have
science?
2 governments and a science.
Okay,
so I can
you're
pay all
actually
3.
going to go here.
Yeah, on the left.
Yeah.
Sorry. I also gain a lab voucher,
Yes.
right? Because this location gains lab voucher. So I just paid my 3. So I can take the left and the right action. I'm going to take the right action first.
Okay.
Just because I could use some vouchers. So now that's the action that you did, where I can take.
Yes.
I just have to pinpoint one of these, flip it, take the action, but I also get all the goodies that go along with it, right? All of the associated goodies. So let me take. I might as well do. Well, I can't publish a paper, that's for sure. So that's unfortunate. But I would like to take a. Yeah, what is that one? That one is do this.
Yes,
Put a bot out
without
here, right?
paying the
Without paying a
chemical.
chemical. I'm going to do that. And that's going to give me
2 science
2
vouchers.
signs. That's actually the same
Same
thing
one
you did.
I did. I know.
Nice.
It's weird. And these are random. So.
Yeah, we randomized this. So let me do that. So
Okay. You're going to flip that.
So
for
I'm
the
going to get
subsidy.
2 science vouchers, flip that subsidy tile, and I'm going to place my bot
Yes.
out and about.
Okay.
So I could put them in wind, but that's not going to fire. We know sun's going to fire in another round. That may not fire. Well, no, it will. It shouldn't be off. So I'm going to put that here so that I'm ready for when wind comes up.
Okay.
I want to be able to do that. So that's a nice move. So that was just the right side. Now I'm going to do the left side. So if you could push me up on the track.
Yes.
Now I need a bot for this though, don't I?
No, you need a machine part.
I have one.
Okay.
I do
you
need a bot.
Yeah, you do need a bot. Can you not do that?
No, I can't do it.
Okay. So I guess you're only taking the first action. Or you're only taking 1 action?
Yeah, I don't have a bot, so I'm gonna have to just take the one.
All right.
Yep, and I will take back I'll take back a science voucher
Okay.
that I paid. So I only ended up having to spend 2 government vouchers for that,
Okay.
which I did, and that's
Sounds
fine.
good.
I'll end my turn with that.
All right.
All right, so now we're gonna fire the machine.
Yes. Which is not going to fire. So we do the same thing.
Unfortunately.
So
Yep,
bot
takes it
comes
back.
back. Goes here.
Now we know sun is gonna come out.
It sure is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate I couldn't do that other move.
Yeah.
I
It
like
is.
that one. All right.
It is quite unfortunate.
Yeah, that hurts pretty bad.
Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah. All right, well, it's your turn.
Okay. All right. So I am going to come actually down here to supply. And a couple things are going to happen here because Latif is here. So first thing is I'm going to get a science voucher because he's
Because
here.
he's there?
He's like, I'll give you all the science.
Yes.
And I also gain a voucher of any type that I want. And since I'm here, do I want? Since I'm in supply, I might as well grab another supply voucher, right? And now Latif is going to move.
He's going to move.
So he is going to come up here to number 2. And in a 2-player game, this is one of the differences for a 2-player game. When he lands on the government or on the R&D sections, he's actually going to look at where his assistant is located. And then he's going to not burn, but collect.
Collect the
I would say
research.
burn, but he's going to collect a research token of that type. And that goes out of the game, not available for anybody. And that is
Not it. So
Not it,
he's also
yes.
going to put one of his available bots in the active weather space on the
Right.
weather machine. And if that's full, he's going to keep going to the right until he finds the next available bottom
Right.
location because he doesn't ever have more than one
And
bot.
this is not a 2-player rule. This is an everybody rule.
Yeah.
This is how his bots would come out if they didn't all start out.
Correct.
So it's kind of important that he's moving around.
Yeah, because he's got to keep. He's helping us,
He is. Yeah.
especially in a 2-player game. He's helping keep those bottom rows full so that
Right.
we don't have to, because we don't have a third player putting bots out with us.
Yeah, exactly. So it's helpful. All right, cool. So I am going to do some shopping
Okay.
for some supplies. I am definitely going to need one of these. So I'm going to go one. I'm going to take a bot. And that puts me up 1 R&D voucher. And I could spend 2 supplies to get a supply and put out that bot as well. Which maybe I'll do that. So I'll spend 2, get 1 back to put this guy out because he gives me 1 supply voucher. So And then, what else do I need here? I got that to do that. I've got that. Maybe I'll get a chemical, because I can store one more chemical on my free chemical spot. And I think I'll spend one supply. I'm going to take a coral chemical. Or salmon.
Salmon. I like salmon.
I like salmon too. Salmon actually sounds really good right now. It's like nice mango salsa.
That's delicious. I'm actually not hungry at all.
Actually sounds really good. Okay, that's it. That's my turn.
That's your turn.
Done.
All right, so I'm unfortunately also going to have to go to supply because I don't have any more bots.
Oh, that is unfortunate for you.
Well, that's just going to cost me one. So the thing is, I gain a supply, but I also, in this location, for every other player to your left, you have to spend a resource of any kind. So I'll just spend the research one, R&D one, and then I'll gain any type. I'll take one of these supply ones. But I can do some shopping now. So I will go ahead and I'm going to spend one and grab a bot. I'm going to spend two sciences, grab this bot, and he gives me back a science.
Right.
I just need bots. That's really it. All right, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I don't want to do too much here.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a quick round.
Right.
Run the machine.
Okay. And La Machine is running.
It's going to run.
Yes, it is.
So we have a check and a check. So bots
Weather.
experiment, right? And sun is active. So we are going to run this machine. Now, we have to pay. If you want to collect points, you have the option now to, if you have a bot and you want to collect the points for this experiment, you have to pay science.
Yes.
One science, which I will as well. So we collect our bots.
Oh, crap. Okay, never mind.
Collect our bots.
Yes.
And we are going to get... there's no room. No. That's unfortunate. I guess he's not coming. He's coming back, but coming back to your board.
No.
Back to your assembly line with him.
Shoot. I should have grabbed another tile. I wasn't thinking. Back to the assembly line you go. I'm actually going to put him, like... I don't want him to be super expensive to get back, but I also want to get like the best bonus. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Give him a science, and I can pick anything.
Yeah, it could be in any of the empty top spaces in these top two sections.
Maybe an R&D.
Are you done messing with your bot?
I'm done.
Can we get on with this? Okay.
Yes.
So we are going to collect points now.
Yes, we are.
All right. So we're going to get, if you paid your science, you get 5 points per bot that you contributed to this line.
So we each get 5.
All right, so very good. Now we are going to get either the reward on the tile, which is 2 parts, which I don't even have room for that,
I don't
or
either.
an investment tile.
I will take an investment tile.
I will take the investment as well.
Yes.
These can be traded in for great things later on.
Yes.
All right, so we now also collect research.
We do.
Each get 1 research tiles for that location. And now... We are going to, hold on, going in order.
Okay.
She always jumps ahead. All right, so I'm going to take the top, because we're messing with weather now. We ran the machine. We're going to bring out an extreme weather tile for this trait and bring out the level 2 sun. So this is like baking the land now, which is bad. And now, go ahead, you may do it.
Yes, now we can get rid of our experiment.
Right, because that is now
on file. And then our next one is going to move in here. And then
so wind just came out, and he's going to move over to the next. So fog looks like it's up next. Oh, exciting. So there we have it. So now we have to place these actually right away. And you placed yours already, right?
I did, yeah.
So I will go ahead and place mine right here. And what that's going to do is earn me 2 supplies. Okay, so that is the end of the weather machine and the end of the round. So now it is back to you.
All right, excellent. I would love to go here and do 2 things, but I can't. I can do 1 thing. Because he's sitting on the 2 things spot.
The 2 thing spot.
The 2 thing spot. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to get a science voucher, again, because Ativa's there. I am going to spend a...
You also get 2, hold on.
What? You want me to get my stuff first?
You always have
want me to pay my stuff
You pay
first.
and receive first, and then he moves.
I know. I was working on getting my stuff.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'll get 2 lab tokens because for the purposes, again, this is a 2-player game thing. For the purposes of Latif being there, he counts as another player so that you can get some extra stuff. So I got 2 of those. I paid my 1 government voucher, and now he's going to move.
Now he moves.
Okay. So he will move
right to the machine.
Here. So he's going to move to La Machine.
Ooh, ugly. So now he is going to do nothing with these, which is good. But he's bringing out a bot. Boom, boom.
Because
boom,
he moved.
Boom. Every time he moves, he brings out a bot.
Exactly. All right. Cool. So I will go here. So I'm going to take this action that I
You already paid
for.
Okay.
I think. I don't remember because I got interrupted. So I may not have paid for it. I think I did.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that you're doing things in order.
All right.
Because everything matters in this game when it comes to order of payment.
I know. I am going to place my bot. So I'm going to be doing this first action, which we have not done yet. So this is basically like a government research.
It's called selling a
selling
machine part to the
right?
government.
So I've created this machine part. We're selling it to the government. Government is building their own weather machine to try and fix Latif's weather machine. We're helping. So I'm going to send my bot out first to one of these locations where I have a machine part that matches that color. And I'm just kind of looking around at what else I might need in the future. And I think I'll go here to the white one. And I'll pay my white machine part. But I'm not paying it to the supply. I'm actually going to put it up here on the board. And, and I'm going to go up funding as well because I was sure to do that. I'm going to pay it here. So when you do this, you're not going to gain the vouchers, but you're just going to place your machine part out there. You do get a subsidy tile, and you're able to use this at the beginning of your turn in order to gain whatever the bonus is. So, and I didn't use my investment token. That's okay. I didn't have space for it anyway. And that's it. And then I'm going to grab my research. So I get a research for doing that. That's going to go right there. And now I have researched the sun.
The sun has been researched. Okay. I believe I'm going to go elsewhere. So, where am I down here? So I could go back to the weather machine, which is always good. And I will just thinking there's some other things I could do as well. I might start, so I'm going to start by cashing in my investment tile, just to show you what it does, right? So you can do this at the beginning of your turn before you actually take your action. So I'm going to spend this, and what that does is it allows me to take one of my objective tiles, basically my endgame tiles, and I will place it in one of these locations and take the reward. So what I plan to do is put maybe this one in that location, but now I'm covering up. I could take either a one voucher or a chemical. I'll take a white chemical. Store that here. So that was the first thing I could do. That's free action. You do it right before. Now I'm going to take this location. So I'm going to get 2 R&D vouchers and 1 science voucher, but I'm going to also pay 1 lab voucher for taking this action.
Okay.
We go up this track. First, I'm going to place a bot down on one of these locations. I will put it here, and that's going to cost me 1 green chemical, and that's it. Latif is going to move. He goes to number 4. Brings out he's actually going to get rid of the fog tile for this location because he does that in both of these locations, and he's going to bring in a bot to the only remaining location.
Perfect.
Which is good.
Okay.
So that is the end of the round. Let's run
It is,
the machine.
run the machine, and machine will run.
It will run.
So,
the machine.
Would you like to pay a science token to get your 2 points and your extra stuff?
You better believe I will. Paid that. Take my bot.
Yep.
Get my 2 points. Mm-hmm. If you could, I can't reach those points. They're so far away. All right, his bot comes off, and now I get either a.
So you can. Ooh. It's a take the lab action, but you have to pay for everything.
You have to pay for everything.
You have to pay for everything.
Ooh. I have to pay for everything.
Yeah, chemicals and whatever. Bots, everything.
Oh, that's interesting. Bots and chemicals and everything. So here's the thing. I want to do that, but I don't have a chemical I really want. I don't have the right color chemical, basically. Mm-hmm. But I can't. I need to exchange my chemical, and it's going to cost me 2 of anything, which I can do. I'll pay 1 supply and 1 of these R&D vouchers.
Okay.
And I can exchange my chemicals. So this is called an executive exchange.
Right. These are important.
Yeah. So 2 of anything, you can exchange a chemical, 1 chemical for another. So I'm going to exchange that chemical for a red chemical. And then with that red chemical, I'm going to actually take, with my reward, that action and pay the red chemical.
Nice.
Right? So that is, so I took the reward, and now I get to take the research paper for this, which I'll sit it right here, and that's going to gain me 1 on this track. So now I got my paper. The fog, extreme weather comes out. Mm-hmm. Bad. That's so bad.
It's so bad.
Actually, that's the 3rd tile that's out of order. Yeah. You're out of order.
I was no wonder it was so bad.
I was like, that's a really bad one. Okay. And then we discard the fog token. Mm-hmm. Shift everything down.
Yep. Bring this out.
Bring that out. Bring that down.
Okay.
And then he jumps over to snow to see what happens with snow.
I can't wait to see what happens.
I know. That's very exciting. So that ends my turn. That ends actually the weather machine. And then that is it.
Okay.
So we are going on to the next one.
Great. I have lots of things to do.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to start by using my government subsidy tile. Mm-hmm. And this allows me to take the R&D action without paying the chemical.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. So can you push me up the funding track, please?
Yep.
Number 1. And then I'm going to... Ooh. Oh, wait. Yes, I can do this. Okay. I am going to place my bot here.
Okay.
Not pay the red chemical.
Right.
Right? Which is going to come from the supply.
Yep.
But this location does require an additional chemical.
Another chemical, yeah.
So I'll pay a peach or salmon or coral-colored chemical right back to the supply.
Action.
Yeah, so those bottom ones require either a machine part or a chemical. Mm-hmm. And then I get another bot back.
You do.
So I will take this bot back right there. And that gives me a government voucher.
Okay.
All right, now I can take my turn. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm sorry, I get this.
Ah, yes.
Yes, very important. And I will... maybe do this. Yeah. Okay, I'm working from the bottom up here.
All right.
All right, so then I'm going to take my guy, and I'm going to go here. Mm-hmm.
Which, you do both actions?
I'm going to do both actions. Okay. So I'm going to spend 3 just right off the bat. 1, 2, 3, just so that I'm paid up. Is that good for you?
You gain 1.
I'm going to gain an R&D. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to start here, so I'm going to get a point. And I'm going to place my bot out. I'm also going to do an executive exchange. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to pay 2 more. So I guess I'll pay 1 of these in like a science. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to pay...
What color are you exchanging for?
I'm going to exchange for blue.
Okay.
See what I'm doing?
Yeah, you can replace his bots with your own.
So I will place that there. Well, no, I'm not going to place that there. I'm going to place my bot there, and chemical is going to go back.
All right.
Okay. So that's done. Now my second action is going to be here, and that is going to be to publish a paper. So I do have three Sun research journals that
Papers.
I've turned into a paper, and I'm going to publish it. So in order to publish a paper, you're just going to slide your breakthrough token over one. You like to follow this thing, right?
Of course I do. You already paid that.
Get to collect this.
Which is two.
Which is two machine parts.
Which ones do you want?
I will take a peach and a white, please.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. And then I get the points. So you're going to get 2 points for each volume that you have. If you had an award token, you get 4 points. Citation tokens,
0.
nothing.
6
So
points.
2, 4, 6 points altogether. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And an investment token. And don't forget this little bit. So over here we have all of these locks on these citation spots. What this allows us to do is once a paper is published or certain kinds of research is done, we can take one of these locks away, and we have the option, if you're the player that uncovered it, to pay 1 science voucher to get another 3 points. I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah,
so science voucher, and
if you could, it's worth
3 points. 1, 2, 3. And now that Sun is my Sun research is available for anyone else to cite.
So I could literally cite that to write a paper.
Right, which you just have to discard one of your gold tokens.
Yep, which is good because you can't play them all anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's it for you.
That's it.
So I'm going to go right there. And I'm going to spend 1 science because I don't have enough governments, but I'm going to gain a lab. Because I'm going to take the action on the left. So I'm going to go up 1 on the the funding track.
Okay. Whoops.
I'm going to put a robot out, and I'm going to sell a machine part.
Okay, where are you going to sell?
So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to sell to here.
Nice.
A red machine part.
Okay.
And this goes into my supply. I also get a snow book for the research.
Yes, you do.
So I will place this right here and get some more supplies. And that is it.
Cool.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Machine
runs.
is going to run.
Okay.
So.
Oh, no.
What? Oh, no. Executive exchange.
I'm going to have to, and I will.
Yeah. Okay.
When we get to it.
Yeah. So we're going to do we're going to run our machine. So you all know how this works by now. Full of bots. We have an experiment tile out there. Pay a science voucher if you want to get points.
Right. So my exchange is just 3 of anything to get one of these, and then I just pay my science.
Yep.
No, it's 3 of anything to get a science.
To get a science, yeah,
Yep,
which counts as anything.
Which pretty much, yeah. So I got that. You got it.
Yep.
We get
so
1.
Take our bots back.
So we're going to score points per bot. I have 2 bots. I have 10 points.
You get 10 points, and I will get 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to get 10, 17.
Look at that.
Very good. And we're both going to get research.
Yep.
So that's going to go there. I'm covering up my 2 supplies. So I'm going to get 2 supplies.
2 supplies.
2 supplies.
All right.
And extreme weather.
So what did we run?
Winter.
Snow?
Yep.
So the snow's coming out. It's getting worse.
This is going to go away.
Okay. Yep, that's gone.
And these slide down.
Slide down. Bot is going to actually move back to the rain. And now the rain looks like it's going to have a chance to run this round.
Yeah,
if we can fill those in.
If we can fill it up, we'll see.
Yeah, so that is it.
Yeah. So back to me.
Yeah, back to you.
All right. Well, I have some kind of rearranging I need to do here. So I think, and we're getting close to a, income round. So
Correct.
I want to make sure that I have space enough and all that to do what I need to do. So I'm going to come down to supply again. I get 1 voucher of any type. I'll take a science. And now I need to do some stuff. So I need to buy some workshop tiles. So I'm going to buy 1 workshop tile. And let's make it a... doesn't really matter. I'll do this one. Do it like that. Boop. do that. And then I'd like to clear out some of these bots as well. And, oh, and I didn't do this either. Oh, well, do it next time. I always forget to use these and put my goals up there. You know?
Oh, yeah.
But
that's okay.
Well, I could do it really quick, right? Like,
Wait,
I could
what?
put this up there and just grab a chemical.
Well, if you want to
Right?
do it out of order, that's fine, yeah.
I do want to do it out of order.
Okay.
I don't mind.
I know you don't mind.
It's not that out of order. It's like I just started my turn here. All right. And what else do I want to buy? Oh yeah, more bots. So I'll spend 1. I really don't want to spend that extra science if I can help it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that stinks. Because getting that for income would be great. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
What the heck? I'll do it anyway. If I need that science later, I can get it. And I'll take... Oh, but I won't be able to store the bot that I take.
Correct.
And a machine part.
Nope.
So I can't actually do that. I'll have to take this guy. And now what you can do is you can rearrange stuff in your workshop at any time. You just can't remove stuff from your workshop, and you can't move your workshop tiles around. So I could spend 1 more science to get another chemical while I'm here. Just to have. Which may not be a terrible idea, I guess. No. I'll just hang on to it. I'm done. You can go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
All done.
Well, I have to come down here again because I'm out of everything. So it's going to cost me. I'm going to gain and lose all at the same time. So I'm going to lose. Well, I'll spend a science, a lab voucher, but I'll gain a supply voucher.
Okay.
Which is fine. It gives me enough to do what I need to do. So I will take. First thing, I will take. I don't know if I want a bot. I don't think I want a bot. Well, if I spend 2, no, I don't have room for bots. I need to get rid of bots actually right now. So I'm gonna need to get a. I'm gonna need to get a tile, I think, because I'm running out of room. So I will take. I think this one. Take a tile for 1. I'll spend another 1 to take a chemical. So I will grab. I'll take a blue chemical.
Okay.
Rather. Blue chemical, and I'll spend 1 more. To take first place.
I knew you would. I knew you would. Because you're over here you're just steaming.
Well,
I wish you could feel the heat.
I'm following every one of her moves, and it's costing me a lot of stuff, so I will take first. That way I don't have to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
And I can just lead the pack.
At least for now.
All right. Well, unless you want to spend the turn to do it, that's fine. But that signifies end of round.
It does.
And now we have to run the machine. It's not going to run.
The machine's not going to run. His bot's going to come back. This is going to go away, though.
That is.
So timer is still ticking.
Mm-hmm.
And we are getting close.
And
Ish.
now he's going to move.
So he's going to move here.
All right. So wind is up next.
Yep.
Okay. So
you are actually up first.
I actually get to go first. All right. So end of round. Now these will actually swap.
Yes.
And I will go first.
And where will you go?
I'm going to go here. So that's going to cost me my only voucher, but gain me 2 government vouchers plus a science voucher. So that was actually a big payout. And I'm going to do this left side. So I'll go up 1 on this track. I'll put 1 of my bots out on a location. So I guess it only makes sense to go here and put my blue chemical out, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to go up any track I choose. And
You didn't move Latif.
I didn't. Oh, yeah. Sorry. So I do have to move him. He's going here. So he's back in his office.
But he's also going to put out a bot.
Yep.
Boom, boom.
Yep, he is. All right. So he's gone. Now I get to... So I went here. I get to move up one track. Just trying to think of which track I want to move up. Ooh, I don't think it really matters. I'll go up. I will go up this track, actually. The government track. All right. So, did that, got my reward, get my book. So now I get this research, and I'm going to place it right down there.
Very good.
All right, that is it for me.
Nice. Options. All right. So I think I'm going to go up here too, but I'm trying to think of whether I want to take one or both actions. I may take both. Depending on what I need here. All right, so first let me do this. I want to put one of these up there. I don't know which one of these I can potentially fulfill. Yeah. I guess I could probably do this one. We'll go here. And that lets me move up one of any, voucher, right? Right here?
What did you do? Yeah, that goes up one of anything.
One voucher or a chemical. And I will go up an R&D voucher because that's where I'm going, and I kind of need those vouchers. So I'll go here. Now I can take both actions.
Right, so you gain one government voucher.
One government voucher.
And you spend 3 R&D vouchers if you want to do both.
1, 2, 3. To do
So
both
which one do you want to do
things.
first?
So I think first, see, I was thinking of getting in on that over there. I could spend my chemical over there in the red section and help complete that.
Okay.
So that we can start breaking through over there. Or my red chemical could be used at the rain. But I don't know. I mean, we could still research rain, I guess. That's cool, right? I would get a chemical back. So maybe I'll do that. I'm going to go here. I'm going to start my next project. So I'll throw my bot up there. I get a chemical of any type. And I will take a green. No, I won't. Well, yeah, I guess I could put it there, right? And then I gain this research token, which I place at the end of my turn. Okay? Did you move me up one spot too up there? Thank you. And then for my second
Which one
action,
did you take, the first action?
I took the first action, and I went here.
Okay.
And I took that.
Okay.
For the second action, I'm going to do a breakthrough.
Okay.
Yes. So in order to do a breakthrough, you have to have a published paper in the weather type that you're breaking through. I am going to break through the sun.
Oh, break through the sun.
So the way that this works, I only have one bot out there, but you either need to provide the machine parts or have your bot provide the machine parts, which basically means you don't need the machine part. You just need to have a bot out there representing it.
Right.
I could also pay the machine part. You also get points for the bot. Everything gets 2 points. You're not there, but if you were, then you could potentially contribute as well. I happen to have a coral, 2 coral, and 1 white machine part, so I have this one, that one, and that one. that are not occupied by bots.
Right, yeah.
And my bot is going to supply the green machine part that we need to do this breakthrough. So this is basically the prototype.
Yep.
Right? So and the reason why I took a supply action before I did this is because all of these do need to be in a row in order to use your prototype, and any extra would actually go away as well. So that's why it's
you
important
lose
to
everything
move
in your
around.
workshop.
So
So hold on, slow down. We're going to do it in order because there's certain things that have to happen first.
Sure. Okay.
So the first things first, pay a science.
Yes, and 1 science because that's what's
Because of the cost
indicated
of
on
the
the
tile.
extreme weather tile.
Next one is you take your breakthrough token.
Yes.
That's on the far right on a paper that matches the thing you're going for, and pick what you want to put it on.
How about... Ooh, I'd kind of like that. I'd kind of like the machine part. I'll take the machine part.
Okay, what color would
They're
you
so
like?
hard to come by. I will take red.
Okay,
Thank you.
there you go.
Okay.
Next is you get points now for your machine parts. 2 points per part and bot. So you're going to pay 1, 2, 3 parts and a bot. So you're going to get 8 points. So pay me 2 coral
And a white.
and we'll give you 8 points on the track. So you can do that. I can't reach.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
All right, so that's that, and you get an
Most
award
importantly,
token
get the major award.
that you can place at any other time.
Sure can.
But you do have to place your weather research, your
Yes,
rain
I
research
do.
now.
So I will put that. I like this push up the track one. So we'll do that. I don't get anything right now, but
Okay.
maybe later.
So then, that's it. The weather machine's going to run, but it's not going to run. It's going to look for wind. It can't do it. So it's going to actually remove his bot. This is going to go away.
This is going to go here.
He's going to move over, and we're going to keep pushing
Yep.
more experiment tiles. Grab that next one out.
Yeah. This is getting low.
All right, so that's out. And now we go to the end of round, which actually is an income phase. So we are going to collect every thing that has been revealed by one of your bots.
Yes.
So you just collect all those vouchers. So we get
Right.
one of those, one of those, one of those, and one of those. And then he moves back to location 1. And that ends that. And we are on to the next round.
Yeah.
So as player 1,
It's your turn.
I
Player
can
one.
lead us off.
Ready,
Yes.
player one.
So
How does it feel to be player 1?
it feels better. You want to fill that back up,
Sure.
please? It definitely feels better because I can actually consider some moves. So this round, I think what I think I could do, and I'm thinking, do I want to? Yeah, I'm going to start by flipping this tile and publishing my book.
Okay.
So this is a publish
Yeah,
action,
your
which
subsidy.
I do have enough research in snow to publish my paper on snow. So you just really take the publish action, which is this, right? So I do have the 3. I will slide this over, and that gives me a bot. So I will take, not that I needed another bot, but I'll take this bot because what he gives me is actually a machine tile, which is really good for me. And I will take a blue machine part. So, so I got my bot. I go here, and I believe I do have to pay the lab, right? To
I'm
do
sorry?
this? Do I have to pay? I'm just trying to remember with these if I need to pay the lab.
Yeah, unless it's marked that you don't need to pay the cost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. But
You
we'll look
pay. You follow all the normal rules.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. So
But you
I'll,
also get to unlock the citation space.
I will pay. I'll pay it just to be sure. I paid my 2 labs. I do unlock a citation for this weather effect, which is snow, so that actually can be cited now. My works can be cited in future papers.
Yes.
I do get victory points now.
Right.
How many points do I get?
Are you going to pay your science to get your 3 points?
Sure.
Okay.
There's my science. Okay. So now I get points. How many points do I get for the paper?
You get 2 for each.
Oh, that's right. 6 points.
Yep.
So I get 6 more points plus my investment token
26.
I get over here. And That's it.
All right.
But that wasn't even my turn.
Yes.
That's just my
That was just your free paper.
subsidy. I was just cashing in one of my government subsidies, which is fantastic. So I'm going to head over to the government one as well because I'm on good terms with them.
Good plan.
It is the good plan. So I'm actually going to spend 3 government vouchers to take both actions.
Okay.
So I actually want to
you're
go
gonna
here.
Go the other one.
And I'm going to gain a lab voucher for doing that, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and start with let's sell the machine part first.
Okay.
So I can go ahead and take this blue one and go to here and replace one of these tiles.
Okay.
And which one is it? So that one gives me that. I'm going to do that one.
Yeah.
Because it's such a good one.
And you can replace whichever tile you want, even if it's flipped up.
Even if it's flipped.
It gets flipped back to blue and you
comes
can
back
use
to
it.
blue and it's ready for me in a subsequent round. But that also is going to gain me this. Plus I do need to go up one more on that track. So I will place that here for now. Next one is going to be to actually activate a tile and take the reward.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate that one. So I'm going to take a science and a
Which
lab.
one, the chemical?
Yep. And I'm going to take a chemical.
Okay.
And the chemical I want is... Oh, do I want the chemical? I actually don't think I want the chemical.
You don't?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
I actually think I'm going to take a
back.
different one.
Which one would you like?
I'm going to take a flip that one.
This one? Machine part.
The machine part.
Sure? Final answer?
Maybe not. Hold on.
You get on me in the worst way.
Oh, stop it. Don't be so
Player one. It must
crazy.
be a player one thing.
You think? Yeah, I think it is a player one thing. I'm just looking at because there's actions here I could actually take.
Yes.
This is upside down, by the way. That's why it's confusing me. Okay. So this one lets me do a government
action without paying the machine part.
This one.
Yes.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So that's going to get me a lab and an R&D.
R&D.
Before I gave myself a science and a lab, but instead I'll take the R&D. There you go.
Okay. So you're going to flip this.
I'm going to flip that.
Okay.
And that's going to let me do a thing without
Right
the
here,
machine
this
part.
one.
Without the
Yeah.
many part. So I can take a machine part from the supply to put it out there. So I'm going to put
Has
a
to be the
bot.
right color though. So.
Yeah, so I'm going to put my bot out here and do... Wait a minute. How come? Oh, I have that already. Okay. No, this is really good. Okay. Oh man, that stinks. Sorry.
You want to walk everybody through what's going on in your head?
No, I really don't.
Okay.
I'll go here, and I'll just do like a, what is that? Salmon.
Sure.
And I'll put this here. I'll take this one.
Okay.
And that means I get this too. All right, that's my turn. So now I got 2 papers. I wanted to squeak 2 research out of that turn because
Yeah, that's
it
good.
is very beneficial to me.
Right.
This will give me 1 more on that track.
Okay. I have to fix something because
What
I
happened?
placed my pink raindrops
Yeah.
in the middle section
Oh,
for some
yeah, that's
reason,
not
but I
right.
have to place it over here. So I'm just moving it over one.
Okay.
And that pushes me up on the funding track there.
Okay.
Okay. All right, cool. So
Now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So cool. All right. So I'm going to go here. Boop. And I'm going to first pay my well, I'll gain my R&D voucher, right?
And pay a lab.
And I'm going to pay 2 labs.
2 labs. Oh, publishing more works.
I'm publishing more works. So I'm going to do 2 labs. And I'm going to publish a snow paper. And I'm going to use my...
I already published one of those.
So lame.
It
I
really
know.
is.
Really is so lame. I'm gonna use my achievement token, my
Your award.
my major award, to publish this paper.
Okay.
Why? Because I'm acclaimed.
Because
I'm an
you're
acclaimed weather scientist.
You are. You've created
and now
prototypes.
I'm talking about snow. So I'm actually gonna get 4 points for that one. Well, let's go.
Let's
through
go
the
in
thing,
order.
right?
Yeah.
So we do this.
Slide that over.
Slide this over.
Okay.
Now, I'm sliding this over this action about you don't have to pay the chemical, you just need to take just need to place the bot or whatever for the lab. So I will go ahead and do that. I will place that here.
There you go.
Like that.
All right.
And that's
right.
it.
So that's that. So now we have the citation. It's already gone.
It's already gone. Mm-hmm.
You get your points. So it's 4 for the award.
6, 7, 8, 9.
So it's 9 points.
Yep. Do you want to give me 9
8 points?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points. Where 9 points came from? But I'll take it.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, you won't.
Sounds like good math to me.
And there's your investment token.
Thank you.
And that is it.
And that is it for my published paper.
That's good.
Yeah.
So it is now time
good.
for the weather machine to run again.
Yes, and it is going to fail miserably because there are no experiments out, and this is definitely not full. So
pulling his bot, and he's just creeping along. So yeah, we need Latif to start moving.
Like, guys, what are you doing? I got no bots. I got no body, no body.
He's losing focus now. He's just sitting in this supply.
He's just in his supplies, just staring at the chemicals like, what have I done?
So we need to get him rolling. So in any case, it's my turn.
It is your turn.
So I'm going to start out by doing I can do this R&D without a chemical action, which is pretty interesting, which allows me to do this without a chemical.
Yes, it does.
So I can drop that one to pay for it. I will go up one on this track, and I will put a bot out. And where? Oh, where? Because I don't need a chemical. So I think it only makes sense to put one out.
I don't think you have to pay. I don't know why you paid for that.
Really? I'll go here. I'll gain that. I thought it was all the normal, following the normal rules. And since I don't have to pay a chemical, you do have to take one from the supply and put it here because there has to be a chemical there. Okay, so
take those back
you don't have to pay vouchers. I don't know why I thought I did.
I've never ever paid vouchers.
All right, so
maybe that's why I win a lot.
Maybe because, but when I asked, she's just like, go ahead, pay those vouchers.
We've talked about this.
So I'm gonna put back. Where was I now? Just so I remember. Yeah, because now I'm completely. So I just did this action here.
You used your subsidy tile to do that action.
And I paid a voucher, right? Yes. And I used my subsidy tile prior to that to publish, and I paid 2 of those.
Yeah, give yourself those back. You should not have paid those.
Now I took them back.
Okay.
So are
you right now?
I hope so.
Okay.
I don't know. This whole thing is invalid. So
I don't think you paid normally for the other ones, but that's okay.
I did.
Okay.
I know I paid for this because I asked you about that.
With these actions and stuff, I don't think
No, I didn't pay for those.
It's the same thing.
I know. I don't know why I did, but
okay.
it was allowed.
Right
so I'm not going to take all the blame for that.
That's okay.
I'm going to share that blame because it was definitely permitted.
I'll take some of that.
It was permitted.
Definitely wasn't paying attention.
So yeah, it's always when I end up in the
just
in the
now
back.
I was paying attention. I called you out.
All right. Well, in any case, I took that action. Right. I put my bot here. I paid for it. Mm-hmm. I'm getting this tile. Right. Yes. So this is going to go here, and that was my free action. So I didn't even do anything yet. I'm going to put this. I have to do this right away, so I'm going to put that there to finish that off. But what that allows me to do now is actually move my guy and take an action. Mm-hmm. So my question is, do I want to publish works?
Maybe.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
Mainly because what I'm facing here is I don't have any bots left. Mm-hmm. Like at all. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is going down here.
Okay.
And just taking the supply. So I'm going to take one supply. I get 1 science for Mr. Latif. And I'm going to buy some stuff because I need to be able to do some things here. So I do need a bot because I'm out of them. So, but it's going to cost me 2. That's so expensive. So I'm going to spend 3 science because that'll give me 3 lab. It'll give me a science plus 1 science for 2. That'll give me this bot. That'll give me 1 supply, and now I can start spending supply. So I'm gonna buy. Oh goodness! I guess I could buy some chemicals because without that I can't really do anything. I think that's what's really
hurting you.
It's hurting me pretty bad actually. And the machine parts, because they're so hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll take one of these. I'll spend another one. So now I'm actually able to buy from down here, which is actually pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 and buy this bot. And what this bot's going to do, he's going to allow me to take a free lab action, which is great. Yeah. So I'll move up here without the chemical. So I can put a bot in here without the chemical. And I'm going to throw them right here. Yeah, why not? And that's it.
Okay.
So I have no more vouchers left.
All right.
Okay.
I'm looking at what token I want to put out on my turn. But I could also get funding instead. Did you push me up when I did this? Mm-hmm. You did?
I thought I did.
I don't know if you did. When I took my free action right there.
I don't remember.
Okay. Oh. Huh. That's helpful. Well, that changes everything. I'm just thinking here that I'm able to do something that I thought I was not able to do. Oh, actually, yeah, I could do that. I'm out of bots. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to think creatively about.
Oh shoot! Sorry. Before you go, I have to move Latif.
Yes, you do. See, being player 1 has a lot of responsibilities associated with it. When you always move onto his spot.
All right, so he's actually going to put a bot out here.
Yeah.
That's all it's going to have.
Okay.
Not a big deal. But he's also going to get rid of that tile.
Yep. Yeah, because I was thinking I was going to go there, but then I was like, oh, he's going to be there, so I can't take both of those actions, which is the only reason that would be beneficial. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use this investment token to flip one of these. Flip this guy. And what that does, oh, wait a minute. I don't have the one that I want the funding for.
But you can do that because this one allows you to take either that or that.
Oh, it does, right?
Yeah,
as if you're 2 ahead.
Correct. One ahead where you are on that.
One
track.
at where I am.
Yeah.
No, even though I think I should be in 2, but that's okay. Okay, perfect. So this allows me to take this.
So you get one
which
science.
Gives me a science. And then it allows me to take that. And that track lets you take any award to the left.
One of these.
Yeah.
So you would either get 2 of those.
2 machine parts.
Points or one
a
machine
part and 3 points.
Yeah.
Or just a machine part. So is a machine part worth 3 points to me? That's what this comes down to. The answer is possibly. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm gonna need a bot. No, I'll take the 3 points. So I'll take a white. And I'll take the 3 points.
3 points. Okay.
Okay. So that was my gold tile.
Yep. That was your investment tile.
And I'm gonna move here. And do I want to take both? Might as well maximize my stuff here, right? Doesn't that make sense? So wind has not been researched yet?
Wind has not.
You've not published a paper on wind.
Well, I don't have wind. I have
fog, rather. I'm talking about fog.
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't published a paper on fog.
Yet.
Interesting. Well, I have a green token, so I can't even go there. But I was thinking, because what happens is, like, if I were to do this and I were to take that,
You get
the investment token, you also get to cite. It would be very expensive to spend that green chemical, like, to do the executive exchange.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't make sense for me. So, I mean, I could send my... Oh, I don't have a bot to put out there anyway, so that's why am I even thinking about this? All right, I'm just going to go here. Boop. I can't get any more government tokens because I'm maxed out on government vouchers.
All right, so you're going to pay
but
2
I'm going to pay 2 R&D. And I'm going
do another one.
Break through.
Okay.
I'm going to break through.
You can only break through on one of them.
Yes, I'm going to break through on this one.
On snow.
So on snow. So I pay 1 science voucher.
Mm-hmm. Because of that.
Uh-huh.
Now give me your token.
I get to give you my
place
token.
It on which one do you want to place
and
on?
you know what I might do is actually place it. That's funny. It's 2 points or 2 points, basically. Because I could place it on a machine, a machine token, to get the machine tile, to like get an extra 2 points. But I'll just take the straight up 2 points.
Okay.
And then I get points.
Right. Yeah. So you're gonna get.
I'm going to provide a white and a red.
Okay, so you got the white and the red and your bots. It's 2, 4, 6.
And then you're going to get 2 points because you're providing the blue.
Right.
Yeah. So 2 for you.
2 and 6 for you.
Yes.
All right.
And I get another award token into my library.
That is right.
Of awards on the shelf.
Okay.
And that's it. It's your... Well, no, it's not your turn. It's the end of the round, actually.
It is the end of the round. So the machine's going to run.
The machine is going to run.
Oh, it is actually going to run this time.
It is going to run. Now, do you have 2 science vouchers to get your points?
Oh, I need 2?
Yeah, because it's level 2 now.
Oh, yeah, I'm not getting those. So I don't get anything from this then. I don't even get the prizes.
Yeah,
wow.
Sorry,
so this
cash
is
and
2.
prizes.
Yeah, I don't get them. Like, I don't have enough.
Yeah, you can't even convert.
Yeah, so I don't even get to pay for this. So he just comes back.
All right, so he's going to move. This goes away. Bye-bye. This comes here. All right, there we go.
So snow's going to potentially run. Yeah, like, they're so hard to run those machines anymore.
It really is. Well, especially because he's not moving, which is our fault because we're not chasing him.
We're not chasing him. Okay, so then that ends the round.
Cool.
All right, so first things first, I'm going to spend my investment token, and I'm going to bring out another gold tile here, and that's going to give me a machine part.
Cool.
So I'm going to take a machine part. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want. Yeah, because I'm gonna sell the machine part, obviously.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to take the right color. What does that one do? That allows me to do
this, sell a machine part.
Again, without the machine part. I like that one. So I'm gonna take let's do it a green one. Doesn't matter. So I did my green machine part. Now I'm gonna actually move my guy here.
Cool.
So I'm gonna gain 2 lab vouchers and a science voucher, but now I have to pay a government voucher.
Right.
Right? Which I will have to pay a science voucher for.
Yeah.
To take the left action.
No, you're taking the middle action.
Well, I'm going to take the left action.
Oh, the left action.
Yes.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Let's move him first.
Well, yeah.
Since he technically moves first.
Yep. So he's going to go here.
He's going to come here. He is going to not place a bot here, but he's going to place a bot here.
Yep, with you. And then that's it.
Yeah. Oh, before we do that, did you bring out?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. So when we ran this
fog.
So fog is actually stage 3 now, which is really bad. Okay, so I'm going to do the sell a part. I'm going to sell a green part. Here's a bot. Here. And this tile goes into my inventory.
Excellent.
But I also get a wind research paper that I get to bring out. So we'll bring that out here.
Well, crap.
What?
I guess it's not that much crap. I'm just thinking. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just getting ahead of myself, as usual. I'm gonna come down here to supply, because I need some stuff. I've got nothing. So I'm gonna get 1 voucher of any type. I'll take a supply. I'm going to, I guess, pay. So stinky. I'm gonna pay 2 supplies to grab this bot. Bring them out there, which gets me a machine part. Oh, I forgot to put out.
What color machine part would you like?
I can't do that anymore.
You don't have anything to put out.
I don't have anything to put out. I would like a coral machine part, please.
Okay. Yeah. So she basically doesn't have any investment tokens left.
So I can't place my gold tile
for
now.
Gold tiles.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. And then I'm going to spend my science voucher to take first player token.
Oh, wow. Why would you do that?
Because I've got things to do.
That's kind of messed up.
How's it messed up?
Because it is.
You took it.
I know, but that's okay when I do it.
That's
okay,
it.
so that was your whole turn?
Yeah.
All right, so now we run the machine.
Yes.
And it's actually not going to run this time.
Nope.
So he's going to bring him back.
Right.
He's going to move here. And this is out here, though, so it does go away.
Yes.
Even though the machine doesn't run,
right,
it still burns the experiment tile if it matches
right.
the active weather.
So
Because it's the timer.
It is.
Okay, so it's your turn.
It is
since you're player 1. So this is going to swap.
Yep.
Because of turn order.
Oh, crap. I have no vouchers left.
Wow, yeah, you really spent down to 0 vouchers.
That's okay. Wow, this is going to be very interesting. Well, it's fine because I'm going to go here. I'm going to gain my voucher from him first, right? So I get my science voucher.
And you get 2...
I actually get 2 science vouchers.
No, you get 1 science voucher and
I get
2
R&D
R&D vouchers.
Perfect.
Okay.
1 science voucher, 2 R&D vouchers. I now have to pay a lab voucher because I'm going to take this action. But I'm going to pay a science voucher because I have no lab vouchers.
Okay. That's fine. So I'll move you up 1 on the track.
Move me up 1. I'm going to move him so we don't forget that we need to do that. I'll move him here. He moves. So he's actually first going to burn.
This rain.
Not burn.
He's going to take the rain research token. He's going to bring out another bot. Right
here.
There.
Yep. Right there. He's done. I can take my action now. I am going to send my bot up here, pay a green chemical. That's all I wanted to do.
That's all you wanted to do?
That's all I wanted to do.
Well, that's good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. What can I do?
It's really tight here.
I'm really out of actions. I'm so out of action. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do this. I'm going to spend this one, which allows me to place a bot in here without a chemical.
Right.
So I'm going to just replace this guy
Ah!
right there. Make sure I get in on that.
Smart.
That good stuff. All right. And now
and I'm not going to get any of that stuff.
because you don't have any science.
Shoot.
All right.
Wait.
So I'm going to move my guy.
Me too.
I'm going to move my guy right here.
Oh, son of a gun.
So I'm going to get 2 government vouchers.
This ruins everything.
1 science voucher.
Oh, man.
And I'm going to actually...
You probably saw that, didn't you?
I saw it after you went, oh, then I knew something bad happened. And...
Oh my god, that's so many points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Fudge.
Ooh.
Oh man, that's so many points.
I can't do this actually.
What can't you do?
I was going to do a breakthrough, but I can't do it. So I need to take back my 2 and 1 and not go there. Basically, I was going to do this action, but I don't have any parts to do it, and I'm kind of in a bad way to do that. And I don't even have a bot to do it, so it's
that
kind
was
of lame.
such a lousy.
But
such a lousy.
I can go here actually.
You could go
because I
there.
have a ton of science vouchers, lab vouchers rather. So I don't have any bots. I'm definitely not doing that side of it, but I can publish a paper for 2, which is lame, but I get 1 of these R&D vouchers. The problem is, oh, this is actually perfect because I'm going to publish this paper. So I have fog. I'm going to publish this, and I'm going to get 2 of any voucher. I'm going to get 2 science vouchers. Thank you. I needed that.
That's good.
So get that. I'm publishing fog, so I'm actually going to remove the citation for fog. And if I pay 1 science, I get 3 points. I will pay that 1 science and get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. I get points 2, 4, 6 for publishing. And I'm going to get an investment token. So I'll take that here.
This sucks so bad. That was like my only chance.
I know.
That was my only chance to get that. Oh, I'm so crushed.
So
I'm so crushed.
second paper published. Now we're going to run the machine. So let's do it in order, right? So it is actually going to run because it's full of bots.
Yeah.
Rain tile is out. Now we're going to pay 2
vouchers.
science vouchers. I have 1, but I can convert 1, 2, 3 of these into another one.
And let me show you how close I am. I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
5. You needed 1 more.
I need 1 more stupid voucher.
So you're going to skip this entire
I'm going to
part.
miss 12 points.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss my investment token, which would have let me place my gold token out.
Yeah. It's a lot of things to miss.
And would have let me do all the things
So
I
we
need to do next.
pull our bots back. We get our points per bot. So I'm going to get 6 points. This is a big tile.
It's a huge tile. I planned for this.
I know.
But
So the reward here is either get a free placement in here without the chemical.
yeah.
So I could, in theory, do that. And is it worth it? It might be. It might be worth doing it to put a bot here, pushing up a track. Or would it be worth it going somewhere else? Yeah, you know what? It'd probably be worth going here, right? Not paying the chemical, but I do have the chemical to burn, which means the white would come out from the supply and this would go back. What that does is unlocks a bot for me, which I will take a bot.
Well, you have to place the bot first.
I did already.
Oh, you did?
I had a
Oh,
bot.
sorry. I thought you were looking at this.
But it's letting me do another bot,
Yeah.
which I will take, and he gives me a chemical,
Okay.
which I'll just take a red.
Cool.
So instead of the investment tile, I took the reward. So this is it. That tile's gone.
Bring out the extreme weather.
Let's go. Let's finish the order, right? So I get the
Oh, you get this.
research token.
I don't get it because I didn't pay.
No. And now the extreme weather comes out. So we ran wind, right?
I get it next time.
No, we ran rain.
Reran
rain. I dumped the tile. He moved, right? You moved him already?
Yes.
Okay. So that is the end of it. I get to place this now. It has to go here. Well, it doesn't have to. I could put any one of these, but it only makes sense to go there. That's it. Weather machine is run.
Yes.
End of round. That's it. You lead us off.
Well, hold on a second. Let's
Oh, yeah.
slide these
Oh,
down.
man. It's getting close
It's
to end
getting
game.
really close.
Yeah. Actually, and that's going to run next round. We have 2 more rounds, basically.
This will, well, if we fill it up, it'll run. If we don't,
It's going to burn the tile anyway.
That's true. Yeah.
So we get
that's
2
what it's
rounds.
about,
That's
burn
it.
the
2 more
tile.
rounds. So you better think about that.
Yeah, this round and next round. Yikes. Okay.
All right.
All right. Here we go. I'm not ready for this.
Are you ready for this?
I'm never ready for this. Like, comes to the end of the game, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not ready. All right. Since all I have are government vouchers, I'm going to come over here and do both actions.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 of these. I'm going to get 1 measly little science voucher.
Yep.
And I am going to first pay a machine part or sell a machine part. Here.
So you also go up the funding track.
Yeah, thanks. And I'm going to take this one. Oh, but I don't get that right
You don't get
away.
any of those.
I always do that
Yeah.
thinking I'm going to get it.
You don't get it till next turn.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Oh, well, we'll see what happens. I go up a science. I go up another lab.
For this action.
Oh, yeah, I don't do that, right? Sorry. It's just trying to take extra vouchers. All right, then I do this one. And I'm going to... Oh, I get this, by the way.
You do.
I can place that now, right?
No, at the end of your
Why
turn.
not?
Because it's at the end of your turn. You place them.
Okay, I'm actually going to take... I'm going to keep this, but I can't... The thing is, I can't publish my paper yet, which I wanted to do, because I can't actually place this right now like I could in my head.
At the end of your turn,
So
you can.
at the end of my turn, I can. So unfortunately, that's going to have to go on hold. Yeah. So I think what I'll do instead is for my second action, for my subsidy action, I'll take a bot here, which is going to give me a science voucher and an R&D voucher. And that'll allow me to take a bot off of the bottom here, which gives me the take a lab action, the research action for no chemicals.
No
So
chemical.
that moves me up one.
Yep. And you can place a
And
bot.
then I can place a bot out here and hopefully run that weather machine.
It will run.
It will run.
You're going to
now.
run it.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
And now I can place this.
Now you can place that. There you go.
Okay.
All is good now. All right. So the only ones you can place, these gold tiles, you can place at any time. It's these that you gain here. The only time you can place these right away, these research ones, are when you get them for running the machine.
Because it's not technically your turn.
It's not your turn,
Yeah.
so they have to be placed right away. And which everybody can do at the same time.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is spend my investment token to flip over one of my gold tiles. And that's going to allow me to trigger the tracks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get 2 science vouchers, and I'm going to trigger that track plus 2,
Okay.
which will give me a bot, a thing, which will push him up, and a chemical, and a science.
Yeah, that's great. That's
And
like
pho, and
pho
spring roll.
and spring roll.
All right, so
Okay,
I'll take my last bot,
Okay.
which gives me science, but I'm already pinned. Oh, it gives me anything, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll take a government. I get a bot, so he comes here to hang out. I get a chemical. See, this is where it gets interesting. I'll take a red one. I already have a red one. Darn you, red chemicals. Maybe I'll take a green one, since I have a place for it.
This still stinks.
It stinks?
By the way, yeah, I am just. This is just a dumpster fire.
You know what? This holds a chemical too, right? That one?
What?
Is that a...
No, that is not.
It looks like a chemical
It's
spot,
not.
right? It could be.
Nope. It's a
No, it
machine
can't be.
part. It's chemical spot, machine part, bot. That's
Well,
it.
that's kind of lame. So I guess, I mean, I don't have much of a choice. I could go there, but that location doesn't take any chemicals. So I guess I'll go here. And I'm going to gain 2 government.
Did I gain my science for going here?
I think you did. So he's going to leave. He's going to bring out a bot right there. You're going to run that. I can't even get in
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Well, I'm not done yet. I just
sorry.
moved here.
Tell me when you're done, because I'm really not paying attention to what you're doing.
That's messed up, man.
Oh,
She just doesn't care what I'm doing.
No.
Yeah, see, I have a stupid chemical here that I really don't need. But you know what? I should run an experiment.
A breakthrough?
But I can't because I don't have the dang...
The prototype.
I don't have the parts for the
Yeah,
prototype.
you definitely need a prototype.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have the parts for it, which kind of stinks.
Mm-hmm.
But
you don't have any machine parts.
I don't have any, yeah. So I'm going to have to put my bot somewhere.
I mean, if you can afford to take both actions. Oh, no, you still do, actually.
Still
need
what?
Something. I was going to say, if you can afford to take both actions, you can place your bot and then do a breakthrough. But in all of these cases, you would need...
I can't get the machine part.
Yeah.
That's the problem, because there's nowhere I can... Like, I can't... If I could get the machine part here, I'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I could place my bot here, and I'd still need a white machine part to do the top.
Oh, he's supposed to move here, by the way.
No, he was here.
Oh, he was?
I moved him,
I do that every game.
I
I don't know why we always end the game with income, but it's pretty funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking of where I want to set this dude. I kind of want to put him there. The reason I can do that is because I'm going to pay 2 vouchers to convert my chemical.
Executive exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was going to say.
Red is worth
it's
a lot.
Expensive one.
Red is worth so much. Okay, that goes there. I'm going to get a machine part. So I guess I'll just take a white one. Not that I can actually go back here and do anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's all I can do. Stinks. But I do get this.
Huh. This is interesting.
That's interesting. Why is that?
This is very interesting, actually.
Why is that?
I was just thinking.
Okay, so it's the end of the round, but we're actually going to get income. So we get, like, everything up top. You don't get the ones on the bottom.
Yeah, right. So I'm going to get this. So, and I don't get any of those. I get that.
R&D.
I get that. And I get that. And I get a part.
And you and a part. I'll take a red one.
I'll take a white one. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
What?
We forgot to run the machine. The machine runs first.
Oh, yeah. Why are we... Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. I got ahead of us.
I need that point.
So let's do the machine. So it's going to run.
Well, I got to take all my stuff back to make sure we're keeping this honest here.
Yeah. So take all your supplies back because you're going to have to pay for this.
I've got to pay for this, and I know I'm going to have to do some creative stuff.
All right.
Okay.
So I remember you had enough to do it. So you're going to take your bot back, but you're going to take...
Yeah.
You need to pay 2 science if you want to take advantage of this.
And I do. So I have 1 science, and then I have 1, 2, pay 3.
Yep, 3 of something else. So that's enough to do it.
Well, yeah.
However you want to split it up, it's fine. So you're going to get 3 points for that. Now, do you want the 2 parts, or do you want the investment token?
I don't know, because now I'm thinking about maybe I stick with this and spend that instead. I'll come right out and tell you what I'm thinking.
Because you want to go here.
I was going to publish a paper next turn, which would give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points for publishing a paper. Plus I get to move funding tracks, which is pretty good. Probably another point or 2. But now that I'm seeing that that's all filled up, and I could potentially grab a couple machine parts, I may end up being able to provide 2, 4, 6, 8, which would be the same. It's always
same.
It's always the same.
So what are you going to do?
Always the same. I don't know. I'll probably do what I was originally going to do.
Publish the paper.
Publish my paper next time.
All right. So you want the investment tile?
Yes.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
You were going to get that win token.
But the thing is, yeah, but I need the investment token to place the gold tile. So okay. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. This is how the end
Take
of
the win token.
every single game.
Yeah,
is.
so I'm kind of nudging you on, trying to get you through this because we're so close.
We are so close.
And
The thing is, like, the more you play this game, the more the more frustrating it is because you want to.
I know.
Do well, you know.
I know. So what did you just run? Wind. So
I
the
just
wind
did wind.
is going to get worse.
That's gonna go there.
We're going to get rid of that. That's going to
here.
run. He's going to slide over one. So we are now. So now once this last token, the tile goes out, end game. Next round is our last round. One more turn, as we calculated earlier. Now you can get your income. So take all your stuff.
That would have been worth 13 points for me.
Yeah.
You know? It's crappy. See, if I was a solo gamer, I would just sit there and think about it all the time, and nobody would pressure me to take my turn.
That's the joy of playing with multiple people. Keeps you moving.
And we already got our machine parts, so don't take another machine part.
I don't plan on it.
Okay. All right, my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay. I was stressing out about this breakthrough thing, but I can't even take this
Yes,
again. And
you
let me
can't-
explain why.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can't have 2 breakthrough tokens of your color on
On a weather tile, an
Anyway,
extreme
which
weather
house is
tile.
like-
Can't do it.
stupid.
So she
Anyway.
couldn't even do these breakthroughs.
If we had achieved that weather, then it would have been fine. If the government had helped us, but they're doing like nothing.
They've not done anything. Well, that's kind of our fault.
It
We're
is
not
our
helping
fault.
the
It's not
government
putting
help
bots in there,
themselves. Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let me take my turn so we can finish this out, and so I can go eat a bowl of cereal because I'm very hungry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And with my last 2 lab tokens with vouchers, I'm going to publish a paper.
Okay.
So I'm going to go here and put my honorable work in there and write a paper about the rain. So I'm going to slide this over. I get to move up 1 space on 2 funding tracks.
Or 2 spaces on 1 funding track.
2 spaces on 1 funding track. No, just move me up 1 there, and I'll move up 1 here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
2 extra points. And I get one of these guys. Oh, and I need to spend this anyway, so I'll just take this back because I'm gonna get one. But I want to spend this at the beginning of my turn to put this here, right side up, which gets me a machine.
You just did
tile.
rain, right?
Yeah, but we haven't gotten to that
Okay.
yet. So hold on a second, because I'm doing this. Grab me like a machine tile of any type. I don't really.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, now I can do the citation.
Mm-hmm. Do you have
So I'm gonna pay my last science
3 points?
to get 3 points. 1, 2, 3
Okay.
for that, and then the points for my book. So my paper is gonna be 4 + 2 + 2 is 8.
All right.
Ay, caramba.
Is that it?
Okay. Yeah, that's it. And I got my thing. So that is all I can do.
Okay.
Not bad.
That's
Just
good.
like finish that.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Okay. So I'm going to start by flipping this tile, and it's going to give me a free government subsidy action.
Okay.
Without actually sell a part without actually selling a part. Mm-hmm. So I'll just put a part out
You
there.
got all of those this time.
Which one do I want to sell to? It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't
I
matter.
could. I
could do that one
for
and
the heck
finish
of
it
it,
off.
right?
Yeah,
I'll put
might as
that
well.
there. I'll bring out a red tile. I'll
Just
grab,
like best
grab
to show
that
how it
robot
works,
guy.
right?
Yeah. So we'll show how that works. So then you get one of these government.
Yeah, so this again is the government machine.
Yeah.
We've completed a branch, so thematically this branch has all the machine parts it needs and it's churning away, doing its thing.
Yep.
On rain.
Now look, we're going to get points per bot.
We sir are. We're
We
gonna get
sir
3
are.
we sir are.
So you're going to get 3.
Yes.
And I'm going to get 6.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So then you just put it on the tile because they're gonna
Yeah.
do their
And that's
breakthrough on the
what
weather.
would have been nice if the government was kind of doing that. But we really, it was me, you can tell, because I wasn't going
Yeah,
there.
you weren't pushing
I
up
was
that
going there for
front.
subsidies. I wasn't really going there to provide any kind of assistance.
No, not at all. No government assistance. So that was that move. Now I can actually move my guy. So I have to take one of these other actions. So I could go back and do it again. Or I could go here
Yeah.
and get one of these and pay 2 lab vouchers to publish a paper.
Right.
I could publish either one of these two papers.
No, this one you already published paper.
No, I said either one of these two papers.
What two?
That one or that one?
Oh, right.
Because we haven't shown citations yet.
Oh, why don't you? Oh, yeah, right. You're going to cite in either case.
Of course.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at.
Show how stealing works.
I'm going to do well, it depends on if I was the one originally.
As long as you're using APA.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a citation token, and I'm going to place it in one of the papers that I'm available to cite. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. As long as you're allowed to have a citation token, an award token, and a research token all in the same row. You just don't get any points for citations, but it allows you to publish those papers.
Right.
So I'm going to take the publish a paper action, slide this over. It's kind of lame that this is going to give me a lab action, but I don't have any bots, so I don't get to do that. So I kind of forfeit that. But what it's going to do is there's already a cite, so I don't get to do that. But I do get points. So I'm going to get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, which isn't great. But I do get my investment. So that is that.
That is it.
There was a method to my madness to doing that, because you're like, why would you even bother doing that? Because it doesn't make sense. You didn't get points for it. But I will. And I'll
you
show
have a gold
you why.
token
I do.
for that? Yeah. Cool.
So that's it. Okay. That ends the game.
It does.
And we basically just do final scoring,
Yes.
which we can do really quick, because I don't think it takes
it doesn't take long
much to do end game scoring. So running in, so actually this would run again, but it's not going to run because there's nothing to run. So so we're going to get points for the positions on our funding tracks. So let's go with that.
Yep.
So each of these funding tracks.
Yeah, so I'm going to get 1, you're going to get 5.
1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm going to get 3, you're going to get 2.
And 2.
And I'm going to get 5, you're going to get 3.
All right, so those are the funding tracks.
Yep.
We're going to get 5 points for each goal tile that you met conditions on.
All right,
so let's go through your goal tiles.
Yeah, so I have, and now I want to just double check that this is, because a lot of these king tiles, the ones with the crown, are joint or most.
Yes.
So yeah, joint or most workshop tiles. So we both have 3 workshop tiles. I get 5 points for that.
Man, I wish I paid attention. I should have picked one up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's hard enough remembering what your own goal tiles mean, let alone what your opponents mean.
True.
Because they're all different, by the way. So this one is have at least 2 rows of completed books. The official word is have at least 2 completed rows in your office for the same type of weather, and I have 3.
The same type of weather.
Yeah.
Same
2 completed rows.
type of weather.
Oh, so I don't get that one.
You do not get that one.
That was misleading. Moving on.
Okay. I was like, there's no way. It was like, just have 2 completed papers.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, I was like, there is no way. And then I'm like, okay, I see the equal side there.
So anyway, last one is be furthest or joint furthest ahead on the lab funding track, which I am. So I do get 5 points for that.
Okay,
2,
I'll give you that.
3, 4, 5.
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
Okay, so my first one is have 5 different tiles in the government column.
That's a tough one. Yeah, you did that.
By putting
the citation.
A citation. All right, so that was it for my
your citation.
My citation. So yeah, so I was able to get my 5 points there. And the final goal tile is for having the most of these subsidy tiles, which I did. Yeah. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 73 to 82. So you got me about 9 points. Really close.
Really close.
Yep. One thing we didn't get is the Nobel Prize. So
I was so close.
Yeah, if you get 3 awards, you gain the Nobel Prize. Is worth an additional 5 points.
I was like 12 points for that thing. Could have gotten 5 more points for that, and I could have brought this thing out for 5 points. I'm like,
yeah, so close, but it was still tight considering.
Well, and that's like the beauty of this is like in the frustration, I guess. But let's
go talk about it. Well, they have the weather machine. La machine. So this was, I hope, a very edutaining.
Did you just make that word up?
I did.
I like it.
Well, I've heard of edutainment before.
Okay.
So I hope you learned and were entertained at the same time.
Yes, by our frustrations.
By our frustrations. But it's good frustration. So you got to see what is damn near production quality prototype.
Yes. Yes.
With I think there's just a minor tweak.
There's like a couple color tweaks. I think.
Color tweaks.
Yeah.
Outside of that, everything else is really
Right.
pretty much final. And I wouldn't doubt that for a second based on everything we've looked, felt, and seen here.
Yeah.
So, with that said,
Yes.
obviously, we're very biased considering it's a Lacerda game, and you know how we feel about Lacerda games.
Well, it's like...
But I don't really think we even need to say, that whether or not we enjoyed the game. I think you could tell.
Yes, and that's always our goal, is really to show you how the game plays and to kind of show you as we're playing our enthusiasm or lack thereof
and honestly,
what we're playing.
I don't really feel bad giving a little bit of insight on how we feel, mainly because this is not... I don't think anything's going to really change on this game with the card. Like, the rules are final. The prototype is almost pretty much final.
Right.
Like, and so I think what we got out of this play is what we would get out of a production copy.
I agree. Yeah, and that's
So-
typically why we don't like review Kickstarters and things like that, is because there are so many things that still change. I can't tell you how many rule books we get that are like definitely not complete.
Not complete, unfinished. Yeah,
But
they're still
we're
working
pretty
on
confident
them.
about this one. So.
So
Yeah.
if a game is like, look, here's your game, we don't have the 2-player rules down yet, we really can't give a good interpretation of that because we don't really know how it's going to actually play once it's published. If the prototype is not complete, we're looking at like poor stock, card stock. We're not going to really talk about it. But with this game, I think I feel comfortable.
Well, and the thing too is that with this one, I mean, we always spend a lot of time with the games that we cover, obviously. This one we spent a lot of time with because it's heavy, there's a lot of rules, there's a lot of stuff going on. We don't have the luxury, if you will, of watching other playthroughs and things like that. So we spent a long time really trying to understand not just the rules, but the foundation of the game and what the deeper strategy was, to make sure that we kind of communicated that, and we're trying, hopefully did it justice in terms of strategic play. And, we're able to show you kind of how the machine of the game is supposed to work, because that's the one thing that I kind of took away from this experience was the game of Weather Machine is in itself a machine.
A machine that's running.
It's the first, and I don't know if it's because I just dug into it so much, but it's, as much as we like Lacerda's games, it was the first one for me that was very clear and organized in terms of what is my end goal and how do I get there.
Yep.
And what is the purpose of all these other things that I'm doing? So it's not like it branched out in a bunch of different directions. Things didn't feel disconnected. Everything you did, if you understand that, breakthroughs need papers, need research tokens, need ancillary actions, need bots and resources and blah, blah, blah. If you get that, then it makes it more of a puzzle as opposed to just I can do anything I want, and what do I do? And
if you just come into this and say I can do what I want, I'll just can go to a location. You're gonna get destroyed, and you're probably gonna be so frustrated because you don't know why you're doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
And what we really spent a lot of time learning was why you go to these locations, what it means thematically, what you're actually achieving. What's the government's part in this? What is the R&D's? What's happening there? Why are these weather tiles coming out? What is the weather machine doing? All these things. But when you understand that, and you understand how it affects your player board, it makes it a lot easier to play the game.
And I think it makes it a lot more enjoyable too.
For sure.
Because the fun for me in this game and the challenge is, obviously you want to pick the right thing to do, but you can get pretty much whatever you need.
Yeah.
You can do pretty much whatever you need to do if you plan it out right. So even if you're blocked out of an action, the fun in this is, okay, how can I get done what I need to get done in a different way?
Yeah.
You don't have executive actions in this game, or the kick out actions and things like that. You do have executive exchanges, which your limited resources, it really helps you, get the resources that you need to do what you need to do. But you also have this government section, I feel is brilliant because you have the opportunity to take entire actions at a discount.
Right.
So, if you don't understand why that might be important or how to leverage that, then you're missing out on the entire game.
A good part of the game. Yeah.
So I think that, for you, kind of taking this home, folks that haven't played this game before, if you're just pulling out of the box, I guess now, part of the enjoyment, at least for me, was kind of learning that piece, like learning the game, and then really trying to master it.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, again, without
Without
have to
gushing,
be honest with you guys.
without gushing more over it.
I'm not trying to gush, but I have to respect all the work that was put into this because this really, really is great.
It's brilliant. It really is.
The other thing that we were talking about before is, this kind of speaks to what we were just saying, but a lot of games now I feel get weight can be.
Weight's a tricky subject,
right?
You
want to? I know. This is
let me go to it. So this is one of my pet peeves, right?
Yeah.
And quite honestly, we've played a lot of heavy games over the last 6 months to a year,
Yeah.
and what we've really started to see emerging are games that people consider heavy. But when we play them, we sit down. I'm like, this isn't a heavy game. This is actually a fiddly game.
The strategy is easy.
The strategy's easy.
Yeah.
But the weight is actually in how much stuff I need to bookkeep in my head.
Yeah.
And to me, that I don't think that's a heavy game. When I actually struggle to decide the most optimal move because there's so many really brilliant strategies I have to come up with, that is a heavy game to me. When I get like paralyzed because I want to do 10 different things that are all equally good and I can't decide which is the best one because I need to think 5 turns ahead, that to me is a heavy game.
Yeah.
But a lot of what we've been playing that is heavy is more about you have to move here, but it's going to cost you these 3 things to move there, that you'll gain this, but it's going to cost you another thing, and I have to do all this math to figure out how to move one dude to one spot to push one, and it's just like, why do I need to do all this math?
Yeah.
To just take one move. Like, I don't want to do all that. I just want to know, I want to plan my move, but not by how much I can count on 2 hands. You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot going on in this game. And there's a lot to remember, especially with like Lativa's moves and stuff like that. Yeah. But those things, at least to me, are not as, because that's not your turn. Like when I take my turn in this game, I can see visually the things that I need to do, and then also how I can go about doing them.
Right.
And then it's just up to me to choose the most optimal way to do it.
Exactly.
And that, again, like I agree completely. For me, I'd rather use my mental energy developing and executing a strategy and then feeling really good at the end of the game, or really frustrated in a way that's like, I want to do that again, as opposed to getting to the end of the game and being like, I am exhausted from doing math.
I'm tired of counting.
And I don't feel like I actually did anything.
Right. I'm tired of doing math and pushing cubes on a track. It's just...
Yeah.
So, we're not going to name names of games, but that's really where we are right now. So we've become heavy game snobs, I would say, in that our standards...
Some people like that, though. No, I mean... Aside, I think some people do like the complexity of like the bookkeeping and don't so much like the strategic, I have 100 things I can do. Or like in our case, like I have to say too, like this game is so well balanced, and I think I don't know if it was on film or not, but like there are times when you're trying to decide what to do, and it's like it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another every time. It's like I could get 5 points for moving my gold tile, or I could flip my investment token and go up on that track, which will also give me 5 points and a machine token. So it's like, which one do you do? You know?
Either one works, but how does that fit into your overall plan, your overall right? Strategy, and that's where the heaviness, I think, comes in, is in being able to manage that. And I think that's where our sweet spot is, and that's why we've sort of raised the bar on what we really like and enjoy anymore, versus, all right, this is the new hot game and it's a heavy game, but is it though? Yeah. Like by our standards, and hey, our standards are our standards, and we're entitled to that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's just how we feel, and if you feel like you enjoy what we enjoy, then maybe that you find value in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And if you don't, then you don't. But that's just our opinion.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think we really need to sing praises about this game anymore, because we are definitely fans of Lacerda's designs in his games. We have every one of his games. We've played every one.
Kanban.
Except, the only one we don't have is Kanban EV.
Which we had a bad experience with.
We had a bad experience with the original version,
yes,
which I believe is the Stronghold version.
And we ended up trading it away. But I
think after half a play, we traded it away.
I think it was just too busy, or I forget.
It's the only.
I don't know if it was the art or if it was.
It's the only game
I don't know.
Doesn't because it wasn't. It's a different publisher, and it wasn't done. The art wasn't the same.
Style.
Yeah, it wasn't the same art. It wasn't the same design. It was definitely did not look like a Lacerda game to us. So we couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
The new redesign, that looks probably. It looks a lot more fits the bill. We just don't. We haven't played it yet.
Well, and I have to give props to Enotool for the graphic design as well, because with a game this complex, you do need to have the iconography. Things need to be set apart and all that kind of thing.
Iconography is super scary at first, but it actually is really good.
Yeah.
Once you get used to it, it actually is. Yeah. And everything you need to do, as you saw, we just read it off the board. We don't have to keep referring to rule books. It's all right there. Every action is laid out step by step. So it's huge bonus.
Yeah. So Kanban EV, we probably need to give that another shot.
Yeah, I think we definitely want to put that on our bucket list of games we definitely want to give another chance to. But in any case, here it is, the Weather Machine. We hope you really had a chance to understand what this game's about.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna go, check it out. Check out the campaign. I would say.
Well, you should check out the campaign.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You don't need to back it.
You don't need to back it, but you
should check it out.
You definitely need to go check it out. You would be doing yourself a disservice.
Yes.
By not doing that.
And I would say, as always, let us know if this video has helped you make a decision one way or the other. We'd like to hear both.
Yep.
I love hearing that, this game really wasn't for me, or this, whatever. Our thing is we just want to help you make that decision. So let us know. Any questions you have about the gameplay or our experience with it, 2 players, that kind of thing, leave them in the comments. We like to engage with you guys there and answer any questions you have about our thoughts or our experience with it.
Yep.
And I think that's it, right?
I think we've gone on long enough. So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.
We'll see ya.